So before you actually sell a product on Etsy, you need to make sure there is a level of demand for that product and you are utilizing proper elements to make sure your design will sell. And in today's video, I'm gonna share with you how to actually find trending products, how to create trending items, and how to create a t-shirt with that product utilizing Printify that you can start selling right now on Etsy. I'm gonna share this all with you coming up next. Welcome back to the video, my friends. You're new here. My name is Jay, and on this channel, I teach you how to make passive income online by creating and selling your own products. So if you like content like this, then consider subscribing to my channel. Now, one of the main tools that we're going to utilize to actually sell this print-on-demand product is Printify. Printify is my #1 place to sell all of my print-on-demand products. This is how we are able to sell t-shirts and make this a passive income-based business. And with Printify taking care of everything from printing out the product and shipping it out to our customers, the only thing we have to do on our end with Etsy is to create the product and actually list it through Printify on Etsy. So Printify was so kind to give my audience a free trial at their premium version of Printify. This allows you to get a major discount for every single product you sell. Again, this helps you increase your profit margins and help you keep more money in the long run. If you want to get started with Printify on your own, I'll make sure I leave all the details in my description box below for you to see if this is best for your print-on-demand business. All right, so here we are in Insight Factory, and I like to do research before I actually create a product because we definitely want to prove there is a certain level of demand for this item before we even list it. And so what I did here is I basically searched up teacher last day shirts. As we see here, got a level of competition less than 20,000. But again, I see this hot sales signal letting me know that this particular sub niche is getting a ton of sales. Now, some of the things I look for is just the amount of sales that it's getting in the past 7 days. That's the info I see here. And as I go on this shirt here at the bottom, I see this had 38 sales in the last 7 days, and it had a sale today. If I click on this, I can see some additional data in regards to when this item was released. And again, we have here May 10th, 2022. And I see again the number of views, the number of favorites in the last 7 days, and some more stats. And so again, this is what I mean by doing some research. You can do this on Etsy totally for free, but I like using tools because it speeds up the process for me and allows me to see multiple types of data in one session. So in the last 65 days, this has received 66 sales. So this lets me know this phrase and this type of design is in favor with people that are shopping on Etsy. Now, if I go to another shirt in this space, I can see this shirt here has 54 sales in the last 7 days, and it has sold today as well. If I go to the listing data here, again, I see what has happened in the last 7 days with sales, views, and favorites. But I want to go here in the last 351 days. It has received almost 500 sales. This is what I mean by finding shirts that are doing well, seeing the sales data on it, proving that this is a demanding item. Again, I'm looking more so at the interaction it had in the last 7 days because we are coming up to this peak moment in regards to when this item is going to sell well. And so again, we want to learn from these two items here, and we want to recreate this in our own special way, but still utilizing some things that we know are working well on these particular items. So now we have these items opened up in Etsy. Just a couple of things I look for. Number one, I see if it has the best sellers badge. This lets me know if it is getting multiple volumes of sales in the last 7 days or last 6 months. In our case today, this product does have the best sellers badge, and it has 20 plus people in the cart. And so again, I want to check this item as well. Again, same thing here, best sellers badge, and also 20 plus people in the cart. So from here, I definitely want to learn from these two items here. When I look at this, number one, I look at, well, what is the overall layout of the design? I have this popular phrase here, hey parents, tag your it, love teachers. And again, this is more so a text-based design. However, if I go to this product, I have an element here with the rainbow heart, but I also have this phrase, I love you all, class dismissed. And so I know, first of all, these two popular phrases are doing well, right? I have this go back to, hey parents, tag your it, love teachers. And I have this here, I love you all, class dismissed. Now from here, I know this one is generating a ton of more sales than what we had from the original one here. Again, 38 sales last 7 days. This one here, 54 sales in the last 7 days. I know I want to trend merge these two shirts together and see what new item I can create on Etsy. So what I mean by trend merge, I mean taking in one of these phrases here and merging this over to this design. All right, so now we are in Canva to create our design, and I have my canvas set to 5,000 by 5,000, as that is the proper size I want my pixel count to be, because this works well, just not for t-shirt designs, but I can also take the same design and use this on a sweatshirt and different products. So that's why I like creating this in 5,000 by 5,000 pixels on Canva. Now, before I even create my products, one of the things I automatically do when I create my product is to make sure I have what is working in front of me. And all I did here was just copy and paste the image and plug both of these products into Canva, so I can always reflect on them, grab some additional data from them, so I know that whatever I'm designing up here is based upon data. And the reason for this is that data drives sales. You definitely want to create something new, but again, it needs to be driven by things that are working well. So from here, we already know that we're going to take this phrase and plug in an element, combine those two things together, and making something new out of what is already working. All right, so here's the element that we're going to use for our overall design. I think this fits well with what we see works here. Again, we have that rainbow heart with different color hearts on the edge of the rainbow here. Now, one of the things we could do is that we can definitely download this and upload this into a different program where we can change the individual colors of these hearts and even the color of this pencil here to make it more like a pencil. But if you just want to stick with what we already have, I think this can work well also. So from here, if we do want to make those changes, I'm going to share with you how to do that with an additional program like Pixel. One of the things we want to do here is first save our design just as it is with the element as a PNG. This will give us the option to upload this just as an element to a different program to make some changes with the colors. So from here, I'll go to share, hit download, PNG is set, and I'll make this a transparent background and just select page 1, but that has our element on it. All right, so now we are in PixLR, and one of the things we definitely want to do is change these colors that we have here in the middle with our heart to reflect more of what we see to work well here on this image. So only thing you got to do here to change the individual colors of the heart is just go to the fill tool. You can head over here and change the color if you so choose. Right now our color is set to white, but if I want to change that, say, to a blue, I can select all the options here at the bottom or change my color here if I so choose. Hit OK and just hover over this part of the image and select it, and as you can see, the color has changed. So again, we can change all of the things that we have here on our design, just not the heart. If I want to change this pencil ruler to a yellow color, I can go here, select my color yellow, or just select a color from the design. I can do it from the pick tool, hover over the yellow. Now that is selected. Go back to my fill tool, and now if I select the pencil ruler, I can click this and that will change that color to yellow, fitting more of our overall style. Again, if I want to go and change the color of the heart, I can as well. Again, go back to my little tool here. If I want to stay true to the colors that are on the screen, go to my pick tool, select green, go back to fill, and now I can go in and change that color as well. Same thing here with the purple. I selected that color, go back to the fill tool, and change that color as well. If I want to stay true to what I see here on my screen, I can actually go in here and add in an image as a new layer. And now we have this in front of us. The reason why this is helpful is that I can pick the colors from this picture and place that right onto my image. And the way I do that, same thing here, go to my pick tool, hover over my design. I want to change this heart to that pink. Go back to the fill tool. I want to go back to my picture, which is the background, and change the color of my heart. And as you can see, that changed that color there. I can change this color as well. And again, we can just make these additional color changes to our overall design to make this a little bit more vibrant and stay true to what our design is with this overall product. So let me go in here, add in some more colors to what we have, and I'll share with you how this looks after we make these color changes. All right, so here's the final color changes we made with the overall design. As you see, we changed just the basic bland colors that we had to add in some of the colors we saw to work well on our original design here. And so again, if everything looks well here, I want to go ahead and export this so I can upload this back into Canva and start adding the rest of my design elements there. All I have to do is go to File, Export, and save as a PNG and get ready to upload this into Canva. All right, so here's our comparison with our element design change. Here is the original that we had here. And this is the changes that we made to fit our design. I think this will look perfect with us following what is in front of us with that data. And now we get to add in our phrase to make this product stand out even more. All right, so one of the things I like to do when I am designing my products is to have all of my popular fonts in front of me that I use on other designs. This helps me speed up the entire process of finding great fonts to use so I can make my entire phrase with things I know that are working well. And so again, I can just find one that is similar to what we have here. And again, I can quickly get to that part of recreating this design with this phrase without going and downloading 1,000 fonts. Again, keep up with the fonts you are using so you can always go back to them on other designs. Now, if you do want to go a step further, I think it's always good to add in some personalizations. So we have here dash, love teachers. But if you really want to go above the game and stand out from the rest of the competition, I think adding in a specific teacher's name here as an option for people to personalize this shirt is going to go way above the competition and make you stand out even more. But in the case of our video today, we're just going to stick with our phrase and add this to our design. All right, so here's our design. It says, "Hey parents, tag your it." Again, we followed that popular phrase here on this shirt, and then we added in that design here to make it a little bit different to fit our unique design. Now, one of the things we can do, because we know the hearts are doing well, we can actually take this heart that's in the middle and add this to the side just to make our product stand out even more. So one easy trick you can do is just simply duplicate your image. So we have our image duplicated here. We can ungroup everything because I grouped everything together, as is my normal practice when things are done. And so I want to take my text away, and I have my heart here that I already changed colors for in our other program. And then all I have to do is just crop out everything around it just to have that heart there so I can make it its own element. So the way I do that is I grab the edge here, crop out the bottom, same thing I do for the top, crop out the top. Grab the edge, crop that out as well, and the other side, crop that out. And as you can see, now we have an entire new element we can use for our design without making huge changes to what we already have. Just crop it out, and now you have that heart you can utilize as well. I want to copy that now, go back to my design, and all I did was hit Control C. Now I hit Control V. Now I have that heart here I can change, and again, add that to one side of my design and add it in to the other side if I so choose. And again, I have that here. Now you see this design has took a whole new shape from what we saw from the original two here. So once everything is finalized here, one of the things I like to do is go ahead and just grab everything and group them together. So I know now this is one single element or one single design. I can make this smaller and everything change properly. I can make this larger, and again, everything fits well. Now, before I actually download this, one of the things I oftentimes do is to make sure I have two versions of my design. I call it a black text version and a white text version. And the reason for this is that this just gives me the opportunity to sell this design on multiple color t-shirts. Say if somebody wants to purchase this on a black t-shirt, well, obviously this is not going to show up well because the text itself is black. However, all I have to do here is just change my text to white, and now I have a white text version that can be utilized on a black t-shirt. This allows me to sell multiple color t-shirts for people who want a dark color t-shirt or a brighter color t-shirt like a white t-shirt. So if everything is well here, we will go ahead and download this as a transparent PNG file to utilize for our print on demand partners on Printify, but also to upload this to our mockup image to display our product on Etsy. All right, so here we are in Printify, and for us to actually find our shirt, we just need to go to catalog, head over to women's shirts, and the shirt I like to sell is the Bella Canvas 3001 series, and I have that here. And from here, I can select whatever print provider I want to choose. In my case today, I want to choose Monster Digital, as they are doing well with the amount of time they ship out a product and how it gets to my customer on time. If you actually want to see the price of the shirt, you can see that here. The shipping cost for the shirt is here. The average production time is here, and that sometimes can change based upon the holiday. And we have the options where we can print front and back. We actually have the size of the shirt and the color options. So if we want to go ahead and design with Monster Digital, we will hit start designing. Now we have the opportunity to upload our design here, which we will go to my device. And again, we are going to select the white text version because we're going to sell the Heather Gray product. And so yes, this is being uploaded on a white t-shirt, but we will go in a little bit further and have the option to change the colors that we are selling. For me to change the colors, I will go to all colors. I will pick dark Heather Gray, which is the exact product I'm selling. I will deselect white because I'm not selling that color here. And again, we see this color being chosen, and I have my design here. As we see now, the text is showing up. I can resize my shirt here to fit my product, grab the edges, move it all the way to the top of our product, and I can head over to preview to see exactly how this shirt will be printed on my product, and I have it here. So now I can go ahead and save this, and I can publish this to my Etsy shop where I can finalize my listing data in regards to titles and tags and upload my mock-up images there so my customers know exactly what they're getting. All right, so now we have our full design ready to be mocked up on our image. All we did here was upload our design to Canva, and now we have it here for us to utilize and reshape to fit our mock-up. So I definitely want to grab the corners here, make this a little bit smaller, and I definitely want this to fit on my t-shirt in a proper area. Now, one of the things I like to do as well is just make the transparency go down a little bit, because again, I want this to look like it's blending in the shirt as it will be printed out. And again, as we see here, everything is working well with our white text version. And again, this is something we can download and showcase on our Etsy listing so our customers know exactly what they're getting when they purchase this type of product. So as you can see, finding trending items is really easy to do once you know what is winning in the marketplace, how to grab those two designs together and generate something new and start selling it on Etsy. And this business can become extremely passive utilizing Printify that takes care of all the printing and shipping for you. If you want to check out Printify on your own, make sure you check out my link down in my description box below to see if this is best for your print-on-demand business. Now, in today's video, I didn't have time to talk about how to actually set up your Printify account with your Etsy shop so that you can start selling these things passively. However, if you want to check out my free course here on YouTube where I teach you step-by-step how to do this, then make sure you click this next video here. And if you want to learn more about how to make passive income online, make sure you subscribe to my channel here. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.